All right, hey everybody. Welcome back. So, you guys all know that last year was my first time trapping. You're gonna see a quick montage of some of the beaver I caught last year because I love that stuff. One of the things that strikes me as a little bit wasteful is I know there's not a lot of people out there that actually eat their beaver meat, which is a real shame because it's fantastic. It's really, really good. I will say, the last batch of beaver stew I made, there was just a tiny bit of an off taste. My kids didn't notice it. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was the best. It was not the best thing I've ever eaten. I've definitely made it better before. So, in the interest of making sure that doesn't happen again, I'm gonna do just a very, very simple salt brine. So, here's my meat. As this defrosts in the fridge, this will be fully covered. And all it is to make this brine is it's 8 cups of water to 1 cup of salt. So I've got 16 cups of water and 2 cups of salt. All that's going to do is help tenderize, moisturize, pull some of the blood out of the meat. And then in the morning, what I'll do is I'll trim off this fat. Just make sure that there's no fat left on here. And then this will all go in the slow cooker tomorrow. I'll show you the rub that this is my puppy, Griff. Griff, sit. 5.5 months. And he's coming along real nice. So anyway, I'll show you guys the so this Traeger Big Game Rub is really good. I really like that one. And I really like this Weber Dry Rub Kansas City Barbecue. So what I like to do is I like to mix them 50-50. So I'll end up mixing those 50-50. I'll probably start with like 1 cup of the rub. And then I put a half cup of water in the Crockpot with them. And I'm going to let that go all day long on low. And then when I get home from bow hunting tomorrow night, it'll be ready to just shred and put on a hoagie. But I'll show you each step as we go along so you guys can kind of come along with me on this. This will be technically it'll be the third cooking beaver episode I do. But anyway, stay tuned. All right, guys. So here is the meat. It's been brining all night. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. I'm going to pat it dry. I'm going to remove any fat on here that I can. And then I'm gonna put my rub on and I'm gonna let it sit just for maybe an hour or so, and I'll pop this in the crock pot right before I leave for work. All right, so get the fat trimmed off our beaver hinds and our beaver tenderloins, or I guess those would technically be back straps. And then I got my 50-50 mix of the Traeger Big Game Rub and the Weber Dry Rub KC. So one of the things I like best about, and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little of this on here. So one of the things I like best about doing, I don't know what to call this, Crockpot barbecue. One of the best things I like about it is that you can use dry seasonings that will go pretty well with any type of barbecue sauce you want to put it on. So like my wife loves Carolina style barbecue sauce. She loves that tangy yellow barbecue sauce. I think it's good. Like I'd certainly eat it, but I'm definitely more of a red style, like anyway, so yeah, so this dry rub style of seasoning, you know, I can pretty much just take these, and they don't need any sauce, and I don't need to pull them with any sauce because we can sauce ourselves once they come out of the crock pot. So I'm just gonna get these seasoned up. I'm gonna let them sit in the seasoning until the last minute before I gotta leave. And then I'll show you guys what this looks like a little later. So yeah, stay tuned. These should be delicious. All right, guys, so we're home. There's that slow cooker Beaver. Here's some coleslaw. This is a 1/4 cup cider vinegar, 1/4 cup olive oil, 2 tablespoons of honey, black pepper and salt on top. We made some air fryer French fries. Got some toasted brioche buns right out of the oven. And I mean, this stuff is just, it's fork tender. It's shredding right off the bone. Smells really good. You know, I really can't encourage you guys to use this meat enough. I mean, you guys can see it. You know, this stuff shreds right up. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna take the bones out of here and serve some of this up to my kids. I also bought some Gouda cheese on my way home to go on top of these. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not, but anyway, there it is, smoked beaver. Or not smoked, I guess, crock-potted beaver. So here, hey Gwendolyn, come here real quick. Lou, come here real quick. Okay, here, take that. Here, take that. It's a little hot. Take a bite.
It's too hot.
Take a bite.
I like it.
Yeah. Is it yummy?
I don't shake it.
You haven't even put it in your mouth yet.
I don't shake it.
You don't like this?
No. Don't shake it.
And I'm not kidding you guys. When I tell you this stuff tastes like beef, you wouldn't even know. I mean, that tastes like a smoked pulled brisket. It's delicious. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. And really, honestly, use this stuff, guys. It's so good. It's so good. It's fantastic eating. And you know, I told you that I made stew, and it just was a little off, and it was. And that, you know, that could happen with any wild game. So just keep trying it. It's really, really good. It is. It's fantastic. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you later.